Alright, so last season with Decay and Sugar Pill, that tactic honestly felt a bit too easy at times because the strongest champions for it just like crushed it completely. Like Hulk, Titania, Silk, those champions were just insane for it. Cassie Lang, so many different great options, right? But now we have this crush tactic. And this tactic is way more frightening, and also people are dropping like flies to it already. It is quite insane. So what it does is you get constant daunted effects on like your attacker, and that makes the special attack damage of the opponent go crazy. Additionally, you have unblockable specials that also root you. So if you don't have like an unblockable counter, you will not survive the special attack. You will not, just at all. It will just be like the fastest KO ever. It'll be so hilarious, right? But thankfully, the attack tactic does help you out a bit because it gives you this steadfast passive, and also it taunts the opponent. So the special attack damage gets reduced a bit, but also not really because the daunted effects are just so strong. And like with rank 3 defenders, you just take a bunch of block damage and it is just a potion eater. So yeah, the backlash for this tactic is already quite big, right? But let's dive into some gameplay now. And the gameplay of Crush is honestly very frightening, like I said, because it's just so dangerous now. Because if the opponent gets that special attack onto you and you can't block it, you are just done for. It is very dangerous these days, and that's why Alliance War is now a lot scarier than before, right? But first we have this rank 3 Korg non-tactic with my rank 5 Namor, and Namor just crushes this, man. It is such a clean fight. One of the best options for Pat 7 for sure is Namor, and it's because of the reflection, of course, just reflects all that damage back. That is what makes the node pretty dang annoying. So Namor just one of the best options, and he crushes this Korg because check out this damage output. But first a quick special bait, and now it's time to drop the SP3 with Imperious Rex up, and let's see the damage output of Namor. So the animation, still one of the best in the game. Complete honesty, I feel like it is the second best. The only one that's better is Atuma's. But I'm a bit biased, right? So I can't say much about it. But check out this damage output. Just even without the crits, so strong, dude. Just so strong. And yeah, Namor crushed that fight completely in under a minute as well. For a rank 3 Korg, that is pretty dang good. But now it's time for the first ever tactic fight, and we have this Ascended Quicksilver on Pat 7. Now, Mole Man is, in my opinion, the best Quicksilver counter in the game, because check this out. There is just no evade ever with Quicksilver, so yeah, it is just a very clean fight for sure, but check out the special attack here. Unblockable, rooted, but hey, what's going on? Why is Mole Man blocking it? Well, Mole Man has a built-in unblockable counter, so even with no tactic, he is still one of the best options for this meta because of that base unblockable counter. And also, with Mole Man, he blocks any unblockable, not just unblockable special attacks, just any single unblockable in the game. That is so powerful, dude, especially for like a champion that has this much damage output as well. So Mole Man, he's gonna crush it yet again, and you already know how I feel about Mole Man. My favorite champion in the game by far, and yeah, he is now my best attacker for Alliance War, so expect a lot of Mole Man gameplay very soon. But also, I'm a bit worried because my main goal in Alliance War is to never die with Mole Man once. And with him as my main attacker, that can very much happen like soon. So I'm pretty worried about that, especially with this tactic that is very hard to deal with. But yeah, this Spider-Ham is rank 3 and he gets destroyed by Mole Man in about 32 seconds. Just easily the best option for that fight. No one does it better besides... Honestly, no one does it better. I'll stand by that. He is just so fast for that fight. It was a rank 3 Spider-Ham, by the way. So yeah, you love to see it. But now we have this Havoc, and for my tech main attacker, I think it will be Lady Deathstrike this season because Lady Deathstrike has a built-in unblockable counter in her base kit. And for this tactic, I feel like having a base unblockable counter is the best option because with the tactic, you have to intercept to get the taunt and let the steadfast as well, right? So if you can't do that in a fight, it makes things a lot more difficult. So I feel like having that base unblockable counter is the best solution for sure. And without it, it's honestly still very dangerous to do these matchups with the tactic attackers. That's how I feel though, and honestly, it has proven to be true because the deaths in this Alliance War season have been skyrocketing a ton. So yeah, this one's a fun one for sure, but I can't wait to see like how people adapt to it. Me personally, I'm just going to be sticking with Mole Man this season because I don't want to use anyone else but him for like the skill class because no one does it better, honestly. But yeah, this Lady Deathstrike fight is going very, very well. The unblockable is just non-existent, so we can just, you know, block if we want to, but the Dex is also very safe too for Havoc. So yeah, not the biggest issue. And this matchup is just about over now. Pretty clean. I didn't play it perfectly, but also Lady Deathstrike is kind of dangerous with like her non-blocking rotation, so I don't want to do that. I just want to play it safe. I'll take the blocked hits, I'll lose ferocity, it's fine. But now we have this rank 5 I-bomb, this shared mini-boss I-bomb, and check out how good this fight is. So we got to boost up though, we got the Power Start 1 active, and let's see just how wild this fight is, man. So, Mole Man, one of the best burst champions in the game, and here's a quick example of that. So we drop the heavy attack, good start already, and let's do that like 2 more times, and let's drop the SP2 and see what happens. So here we go, it's time to drop the SP2, drop a combo into the SP2, and look at this damage output. It is just so absurd, and the fight is over now. Just like that, a 20-second fight, not bad in the slightest. But yeah, Mole Man in these burst scenarios is just way too strong, obviously. But then we have a very scary fight that I didn't think would be that bad, but no, it's actually really, really bad. And Titania is honestly, I think, the scariest defender with this tactic because of how she works with like the Fury buffs and that massive attack rating increase, plus also her pretty much undexable SP2 with this node, which is Power Focus 2. It is just a very bad combo, right? But I also played this terribly as well, and I feel like Mole Man is still the best option for this fight. But yeah, let's just get it started here. I drop a heavy attack, get my mole mass, my monster mass up, and now it's time to drop the SP2. So let's see the damage output here. Pretty good, right? 30,000 right there, and then a nice 40,000 plus right there. But here's where I mess up, because I don't drop the SP2 again, which I should have done, because with her power rate reduction, I would have been like in the clear, right? But now I have 6 weaknesses on me, which is pretty dangerous, and look at the damage output. It just gets gimped severely, so that is very annoying. But now look at the block damage. The block damage is super scary at this point. I'm like, okay, we gotta just end this now. And Mole Man, he can do that, right? But here she drops it again, which I didn't want. And yeah, the block damage, still insane, but the fight is over now. A very scary close encounter, but also Mole Man, I think, is still the best option for the fight if you do play it right. There I played it pretty badly, but still, he does work for it pretty well. And Mole Man is just one of the best options for this tactic yet again. Who would have thought, man? But yeah, excited for this season. I hope Mole Man can just, you know, stay healthy, not, you know, give up a death or anything. I want to stay deathless, of course, but we'll have to see, right? But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this war tactic, and yeah, that's about it for me.